Low back strains are an injury commonly seen in the tactical population. Today I want to review a few factors that may be increasing your risk and also go over a few exercises that may be able to help. The first exercise is going to be an inchworm. So trying to keep your legs straight, walk your hands out. You can do a push-up on the other end and then walk your hands back up, standing all the way up. It's going to help loosen up the back of your legs. Then the second exercise, you're going to be down on the ground, laying on your back. Cross one leg up and over, grab the knee. You can also bend that bottom leg, trying to keep both shoulders on the ground at the same time. And then switching legs, grab with that opposite arm, trying to relax into this stretch. Because low back injuries are so common in these tactical athletes, the next few exercises are going to help you out, and you can add them into your daily routine to help promote mobility and stability within your program. First core stability exercise is going to be a med ball split stance chop. So in a split stance position, drop your one knee down. The med ball is going to start up on the side that the leg is up and then chopping the weight down, keeping that core as stable as you can. Keep that body from moving. You can use a heavier weight to make this more challenging if you need to, and then switch sides. The second one, we're going to be doing a dead bug. So on the ground, grab a med ball or a foam roller. Lay on your back. You want to flatten your back so that way the low back is all the way against the ground. Keep your hands and knees pressed in towards each other and then drop your opposite arm and leg towards the ground, maintaining that low back contact on the ground. So we're going to do a half kneeling windmill for some mobility. So down on one knee, the same arm and leg are up, eyes gaze towards that hand. From here, keeping that arm up towards the ceiling, drop down towards that elbow once you touch the ground. Control your way back up, keeping that arm perpendicular to the floor. Option to make this heavier is you can also add a kettlebell to that arm. So this exercise, we're going to do a thread the needle. So both hands and knees on the ground, hand behind your head, rotate that elbow up towards the ceiling and then down all the way through, trying to get as much mobility in that back as you can. So this one's gonna be a bear crawl, working on some of that stability. So from here, pop your toes underneath, lift those knees just about an inch and then maintaining a flat back. You wanna walk slowly down the turf. You can do this forwards and also step backwards, trying to keep that core as tight as you can. This one's gonna work on a little bit of hip mobility and also a good strengthening while maintaining a good core and a neutral spine. So from here in a tall kneeling position, keep the same height of your chest. From here, lift one knee up and then pull the other one, dropping back down to your knees. Option if you want to is you can hold on to a kettlebell, trying to keep that core as stable as you can. So a lot of times in programs, people are focusing on the core and the outside and the back of the hips, where one of the things that people lack the most is going to be the strength and the endurance in the inside of your legs, or the adductor muscles. So with this, with your low back strains that might be seen in that tactical athlete, we also want to make sure we're adding in strengthening of those adductors. An exercise that we can use in the clinic would be a Copenhagen plank. This can also be introduced into your strength program in the gym to help working on some of the stability and support around your hips that in return will help with your core. So with Copenhagen planks, we're trying to strengthen the top leg. So what you can do is lift your body up, maintaining this position, getting it as high off the ground as you can, squeezing the inside of your legs. We want to make sure that your toes are pointed forwards and not rotating towards the ceiling. Option if you want to is you can also perform repetitions up and down, or you can move the dowel closer to your knee to help decrease or change that intensity on the inside of the leg. So why is this important to tactical athletes? Well, it's really important to have this control and stability centrally so that they can control what's happening distally. So there's a lot of things that are happening with their arms and their legs, whether they're going into a fire or trying to detain a suspect. It's really important to be able to control your own body and support the body armor that is required to perform these tasks.